Ahoy, and welcome back to the Cruise Ship Safety and Security channel. You've made it to rule number 9, and this one's a real-world essential. We're still in the steering and sailing section of the COLREGs, and rule 9 is all about one of the trickiest places to navigate: narrow channels and fairways. These are the sea's equivalent of tight back alleys, and without the right etiquette, things can go wrong fast. So let's dive in, break it down clearly, and of course take some solid notes for your final exam. A vessel proceeding along the course of a narrow channel or fairway shall keep as near to the outer limit of the channel or fairway which lies on her starboard side as is safe and practicable. In plain English, stick to the right. Why? So we can have two-way traffic, just like on a road. Each vessel keeps to its starboard side, the right-hand side when facing forward, which keeps the flow organized and avoids head-on surprises. Remember, starboard means the right side. Stay right in narrow channels. A vessel of less than 20 meters in length, or a sailing vessel, shall not impede the passage of a vessel which can safely navigate only within a narrow channel or fairway. Small vessels, including sailboats, must not get in the way of bigger vessels that are confined to the channel. Why? Because larger vessels can't just swerve or stop like a speedboat. If you're blocking their path, you're putting everyone at risk, even if you're allowed to be there. Don't be in the way. It's basic boating courtesy. A vessel engaged in fishing shall not impede the passage of any other vessel navigating within a narrow channel or fairway. No trawling, net dragging, or dropping anchor in a narrow channel. Period. Even though fishing is allowed in many waters, you can't do it in a spot where it blocks others from passing safely. Stay clear of fairways and channels when anchoring to fish, not just because of the rules, but because it's common sense and safer for everyone. A vessel shall not cross a narrow channel or fairway if such crossing impedes the passage of a vessel which can safely navigate only within such channel or fairway. Imagine you're about to cross a busy highway on foot, while cars are speeding through in both directions. That's what you're doing when you cut across a channel and block traffic. If you must cross, wait until it's safe, and never force a vessel to alter course just to avoid you. You'll learn in Rule 34D that a vessel may sound 5 short blasts on the horn if they're confused about your intentions, basically saying, "What are you doing?" Write this down. Never cross a channel if it blocks another vessel's safe passage. Overtaking can only take place if the vessel to be overtaken can safely permit passing, and both vessels must exchange sound signals under Rule 34C. You can't just zoom past another vessel in a channel like it's a video game. You need to communicate clearly, get agreement, and only overtake when it's 100% safe. Here's how it works. You signal your intention to overtake with the horn. The other vessel acknowledges with a confirming signal. Only then do you pass. If the other vessel doesn't respond or gives 5 short blasts, don't proceed. No overtaking in narrow channels without proper signals and agreement. Rule 9E2. Rule 13 still applies. This rule does not relieve the overtaking vessel of her obligations under Rule 13. Even if you're in a narrow channel, if you're overtaking, you are the giveaway vessel. Always. That means you are responsible for avoiding a collision. Overtaking equals give way, no matter the location. A vessel nearing a bend or an area of a channel or fairway where other vessels may be obscured shall navigate with alertness and caution and sound the appropriate signal under Rule 34. If you're heading into a blind bend or can't see around an obstruction, slow down, sound your horn, and proceed with caution. One prolonged blast, just like saying, "Hey, I'm coming through. Anyone there?" Remember, one prolonged blast when approaching blind bends. Any vessel shall, if the circumstances admit, avoid anchoring in a narrow channel. This should be obvious. But people still do it. Don't anchor in the middle of a highway, just like you wouldn't park a car on the motorway. Don't block a channel. Why? Because you become a fixed hazard that other vessels now have to avoid, which may not even be possible in tight channels. Anchoring in a channel equals a bad idea. Avoid it whenever possible. Let's run through the key takeaways from Rule 9 one more time, because this one's definitely going to show up on your final exam. Stay to the starboard side in narrow channels. Small vessels and sailboats must not impede larger vessels. Fishing vessels must stay clear. Don't cross or block the channel. Only overtake with proper signals and agreement. Approaching a blind bend? Sound one prolonged blast. Never anchor in a narrow channel. If overtaking, you're still the giveaway vessel per Rule 13. Rule 9 equals order, communication, and caution in confined waters. Congratulations, you made it through Rule 9, and you're almost at the end of the steering and sailing rules section. I know the horn signals can be a little overwhelming, but don't worry. We'll go over them in detail when we get to Rule 34. In the meantime, review your notes, rewatch this video if you need to, and get ready, because Rule 10 is up next. Until then, keep that channel clear, stay on the starboard side, and as always, stay sharp, stay safe, and sail smart.